Just what's up, everybody? Freight Conductor here with you. Another spooky night stream. Sorry about that. Almost forgot to turn on my mic there. That would have been really funny. I would have my little ramble in the beginning, and it would have been muted. So tonight we're jumping to Cronos, the new Dawn. I wanted to do it last week Saturday, as you might have saw the post I had. It was my daughter's homecoming dance, and I had to be the one to pick her up. And we weren't really super sure what time exactly it was going to be, whether it was, 6, 7, or whatever. And I didn't want to be in the middle of a stream and have to cancel it to go pick up some teen girls from a dance. They're going to be all hyped up. And, even though it's time to pick them up, they don't ever come to the car right away. So put it off till tonight. So we're going to jump into it. I'm hearing a lot of great things. I mentioned to people that I was going to be playing it. Nissa in the chat has been asking me to play it for a while, but people just keep saying, Dead Space vibes. And I loved Dead Space. I remember I got a midnight launch, the first one. I was in my dorm, would have been Shaw Hall, MSU. My roommate was gone for the weekend. I had a nice surround sound system. I turned off all the lights in the dorm and just powered all the way through that game, and it was awesome. And I've just been enamored with it ever since. That's what kind of really got me into horror games more than anything else. So I'm really, really excited to get this going. I did load it up last night just to make sure that it does work and got the shaders preloaded, because I did a NVIDIA driver update to get ready for Arc Raiders this weekend and try to jump in that server slam. If you hear me, MV, and you're joining in with me, that's great. But yeah. So without further ado, let's get it loaded up. Let's get this sucker started, shall we? Gameplay here. So I loaded shaders, but apparently that doesn't matter. Just got to load them again. So one thing about playing like a PC, man, is just shaders, loading shaders. But I guess if that's like your only big complaint. I like the spooky music already. Feeling it. Very atmospheric. Hopefully my volume's okay. Kung Fu Panda. You got your intro. It's down low. Maybe that's why you can't hear the game. That's up at full blast. That's just, you don't hear anything at all. There's not much there. It's kind of like the background vibes music. Okay. Weird. Audio showing up. I said that it's picking it up. Dynamic range high. Yep, that's where it's supposed to be. Kicking it up just a little bit higher on this side.
Listen to the will of those who will not speak. And if the tools are not willing,
I think it was just the volume of the background vibe music was probably too low. The helmet, though. with that random hole in the middle. Is that supposed to be like a breathing hole or something? But then why would they have the tube for the air hose? Throws me off.
Your predecessor receives its functioning. It's time to awaken. Commencing standard cognitive abilities 1. Focus your attention. What do you see?
It's a moth? Giant sleeping or animals fighting? We're gonna go with animals fighting.
Fighting. Again.
That's not at all what I see.
Rocks. Island. Again.
It's none of those.
Fire. Spreading. Phase 2. Focus your attention.
It's like the old Call of Duty where I got it. Oh, okay. No, I was gonna say, is it gonna do like the you got to move the right thumbstick to figure out if you want regular or inverted?
To pave the path. The family maintains the well-being of its members and of society. Father. A mother is the female parent of a child. Mother. Mother. Phase 3. Time pressure. Focus your attention. Act solely on your instincts.
Oh Lord.
Everyone's already in place. People. Togetherness. Conflict will always be found in society. Conflict. Conflict. Eternity means the infinite time that never ends. Eternity.
I'm just gonna
Eternity.
repeat what it says to me.
Dark. Trial completed.
I don't know what I was supposed to do. Is it just like random choice?
Welcome to the vocation, traveler. Your task is to find your predecessor, ND3500. Secure the anchor. Let our work continue. The collective grants you the view of this relic.
It's like Stranger Things type music. Can you guys hear it?
Like EPH 611. May it serve you all three. Such is our calling. Such is our calling. Please step out of the sarcophagus to begin your task.
Oh, I'm in a sarcophagus. Like a mummy. Okay, so when that gives me the first opportunity to move around my camera, okay. I gotta check the way these hoses are routed. Because it almost looks like it goes from like my chest and spins around and goes like my belly button. And it seems like it'd be feeding in on itself. What's up, man? How's it going, Butch?
It is working.
No, maybe... Which part of the hinge do I gotta shoot? Is it down here? It's a hinge that's not working? Oh, you have to charge it. That's why it says you. It literally tells you to use a charge shot, but it... I'm like most people, I don't read instructions. What do you mean it's not on sale? The sign's right there.
Traveler ND3576 initiating the travel.
Yeah, I heard it was a really good game. And when I mentioned I was playing it, a lot of people have been giving me great feedback on it. All the things I want to hear. Really? That good? Okay. Now, have you played Silent Hill? I will admit, I really enjoyed the story, but overall it was not quite what I was hoping for. But I thought the story was really good. Got white paint instead of yellow. Always appreciated. Some people just don't get the vibe, Nissa. Sometimes they need to be hit on the head with just the obvious. Hold on a second. I'm getting, maybe it's just because I've got everything running over there. Ray tracing's off. FPS limit. We're gonna just limit to 60. Really, that bad? Well, I mean, at least they fixed it. Unlike Borderlands, we're still waiting on a patch for that one. I see they got a Steam Deck version out already for it too. I love the fog. And the fact that there's like all these graves next to a playground. That's very interesting. Bunch of missing persons. I'm assuming I can't get through here. Do not leave your homes without a pressing need. Watch yourselves and your neighbors closely. Report any alarming symptoms to the appropriate authorities. Report any alarming neighbors' behavior to the appropriate authorities. Strictly comply with all recommended precautionary measures. Stay calm, stay safe, stay strong. It will all be over soon. So I'm assuming there's a sickness, a disease. That or they didn't have a clue what caused it. Now, is this going to be like a mystery that I'm going to spend the entire game finding like random bits and pieces to piece it all together? Or are they going to just like hand it all to me at the end of it all? I can't shoot through that. Can I switch my shoulder? No? Okay. You will know them by their eyes. Melee. Like, I like when they do give you a little bit of both. I don't want it to be like super obvious. I like when they give you the basic gist through the actual story itself, but if you want more, you actually read like the flavor text items. Why do they keep letting me look into here? And I'm wasting my ammo. I realize that now. That's really stupid of me. It's a survival horror. Never waste your ammo. The energy. Yeah. It's too late now. Infected inside. They want me to bust open this door. Be my guess. School is closed. Hope it's forever. Miss Verwinska told us to write every day about what we do at home and how we feel. She didn't say how many words, though. So here it goes. I feel better without math class. Going sledding with Carol and Marcel. Freedom! Mom said we can't go out today. Something's going on. Too bad. Carol said he would show me a new cool spot. Guess tomorrow then. Dad brought home oranges. He said Uncle Stefan gave them to him. So strange. Tangy. Guys will be jealous. All right. Knows energy must be like a currency. There's going to be shops that I can use it at or something. That is slit. The door. I'm going to go look for Mom. Okay, makes sense. This whole staying at home stuff is so lame. Mom says it's getting serious because they don't even let Dad go to work anymore. Saw some men doing some weird stuff on our playground too. It's all ruined now. Lots of trucks in it and sandbags. Bored. Dad is sick. Mom sucks at chess. No Christmas till Dad gets better. I heard explosions at night. There are some people lying outside in the snow. Mom said they were playing with fireworks. Doesn't she know how old I am? I've seen Carol among them. Must be dead people? People that got infected? I can't. Okay, I gotta hit A to get through. There's the keys that he slid underneath the door. Feel sorry for Mom. When we meet in the hallway, she smiles cheerfully, but her eyes are all red. She told me to stay out of Dad's room because I can get sick just like him. Stinks in here. Mom's gone. She had never left home for such a long time before. I'm getting scared. No, Mom said not to go in his room, but Dad is in so much pain. He's calling my name over and over, and she doesn't come back. I must help him somehow. Is that what happened to the dad? Is this going to be like what was it called? Why am I blanking? From The Expanse. The proto-molecule. I am a massive Expanse fan. I have all of the seasons on Blu-ray that they made. I have all of the books on Kindle. I have all of the audiobooks on Audible. Yeah, it's a problem. I also pre-ordered the new Expanse game that's supposed to be coming out. They're phenomenal. I did as well. I didn't get the what would have been like $200 because of tariffs and whatnot, but I got the next version, all the digital rewards and such. Yeah, that's the one I couldn't do it. I almost did, but I was like, I just can't do it. But Owlcat Games, they're good. They do some really good work. It is. Hold on. This is when they did the loot box. They did the Expanse version. I've got the. This is the Rocinante. I've got the Bobby Draper little bento box or whatever. And it came with the Rocinante pinup girl like logo on a t-shirt. I was pretty happy with that. I really, really like Bobby Draper. But she was number 2 for me. Amos, I was an Amos guy. Even in the show, like, Amos was just, I loved him. Was it Wes Chatham? He did such a great job in the show too. Like that scene with Prax where he does the "you're not that guy" in the airlock, and he comes around and says, "I am that guy," and shoots him in the head. Oh, there are not many scenes that come to mind that top that scene. I've watched that so many times. It is so good. I always, how he called Avasarala Chrissy. She always complained that she's not a stripper. Is that a cat? All right, so I got to find the password to get out of here. I also think Avasarala for that show was amazing casting too. She's so good. That voice. Is it Nemesis Games? Is the one where Naomi's ex really starts to pop off, and it's like, right? That's the one where everything falls, all the rocks fall on the planet. Yeah, I've read them so many times, but I don't know the names that well. Like I should. I've actually kind of slowly started to go back and collect like the anniversary special edition hardcovers of the books. To the expert, auxiliary citizens experience similar symptoms. This phenomenon does not have the hallmarks of a situation that is outside the norm. Sure, Tekwa from the Department of Health Sciences. All those absurd lies about people going blind en masse only create panic. Citizen, if you still fear a hypothetical epidemic, the best way to protect yourself and others is to not let it happen. If you experience any symptoms, stay home. Yeah, that one was really good. Just because I liked the way they really set everything up. And then I liked, I don't know. I thought Amos with him being back on Earth was just a great touch. And just, you got to kind of have, just see everybody in their natural habitat before meeting back up.
It is lacking 2 fuses.
Oh, absolutely. So realistic, too. It's crazy that that's all it would take.
device upstairs. There was an emitter relic left in the base. By the will of the collective, I claimed it to aid the vocation.
367.
To my successors, if you need any more resources, you can use the surplus.
Like, how scary is that? That it's just a fast-moving rock is more destructive than, like, a nuke or whatever.
Location dump found. Saving collected data.
Okay. What was that code again? 367. All right. I don't need to hear it again. Let's go back. I mean, it's true. Oh, cool. It keeps track of it for me. So if I'm stupid and forget, it's right there. Did you know that products still may be good after the expiration date? That a single tea bag can be used up to 6 times? That flour and water alone can be used to prepare dozens of nutritious meals? That being healthy doesn't require meat in your diet? Don't think me, think we. Together we'll prevail. All right. It's some prepper type talk there. All right, so there's some ammo. I desperately needed that. Oh, wow. They really limit you on that ammo. I never got into Deep Space Nine. I knew what it was. Just, I don't know. That one never spoke to me. It was on all the time. Yo, we already saved. I don't know why I'm coming over here to save again. I love how they make it painfully obvious what things you should be touching. Honestly, as much as they went away from it, which was really only the last couple of books, they stuck with it pretty well. There was just a few bits and pieces here and there with like Protomolecule. Nope, okay, so I'm so used to like a charge you hold down, like a plasma charge where you hold down, it's not to release it that it shoots. You have to burn them after you kill them. I mean, that won't work. Getting busted up into pieces. Okay, that makes sense. Makes for an interesting added mechanic further on down the line. There goes all the extra ammo I picked up. It was a lot like, was it Evil Within that you had to burn the bodies too? You had to like a torch that you had to carry around though, that you could do that. All right. So I gotta go that way. Which means always check the perimeter. Not very far, but... $90 and down. I like how dark this is. Like overall.
I encountered malformed bio.
It's just like the fog.
Caution advised.
Like they're not egregious to where it's like I can't see a damn thing anywhere, but also it does make it until you like right up on it, you're not sure with the navigation. Or maybe I'm just blind, I don't know.
To those who are sent here after me, if you have been tasked with finding a target that is located in A0 or any sector in the vicinity of the Unity Hospital, you will fall. I am cutting
Other ways such as our calling.
the chances
Okay.
of traversing it are close to zero. Resources are scarce.
Here's what I
Evaluate whether you can be of
will say.
in other ways.
I already read it. I just listen to this noise real quick.
To those who are sent here after me,
Like the sound of the menu shutting for whatever reason, I swear they ripped it off from Dead Space. It is phenomenal. So they don't want me to go that way. Go underneath. I love it, don't get me wrong. That's... Dead Space is honestly one of my favorite games. Did see all bodies melted together. Is that what that is right there? Where they all kind of like meld together? So it is kind of like their proto-molecule in a way. Only they're not building, you know, essentially like a gate to a hub world that's like out in the deep dark. Words hard. I mean, sci-fi always has the common tropes that they use them for a reason. Everything's just recycled to a certain degree. This last proclamation, General, one check. I can't even pronounce that one. Reassure a nation that the crisis affecting most Polish cities has been brought under control. The Ministry of Defense has successfully completed a stabilization operation spanning the entire country, and thanks to their swift response, the spread of the foreign virus has been halted. Urged the residents of quarantine cities to stay strong and abide by the restrictions. He further announced plans to set up a specialized commission to trace the origin of this ubiquitous foreign disease. You know, this seems to have some COVID inspiration with a sci-fi twist put on it. It just everybody stay home, everybody stay locked up, a random disease coming along. All right, let's get this one first. Okay, let go. 'Cause yeah, the other way seems to be the way I'm supposed to go. It's the way I came. I feel like with how freely they're giving me all this money or currency, that stuff's gonna be really expensive.
The orphans grow even stronger as they emerge. Efficiency discipline is recommended. It is highly recommended to proceed with caution. Such is our calling.
Okay, so quick question. Headshots, or am I going for like their messed up arms? I know it's not gonna be like full dismemberment like Dead Space, but... Oh, well, that's great. Okay, so it is headshots. Good, because that's kind of where I was going for it, but I'm like, you know, am I screwing myself because I'm supposed to be shooting the arm or whatever? Okay. That makes sense. Oh, gee, I wonder if something's gonna come out at me, since I can't see anything. There it is. Called it. Come on. That's the armored guy. Oop.
Observation. When they merge,
See, and the other thing too is like, I'm used to other games to where you start the charge up, you can like cancel it. Like either it doesn't go until it's fully charged, or you can hold it while it's charged and choose when to release it. The fact that once you start, you're in it, and once it hits full, it's gonna shoot no matter what. That is throwing me off a little bit. On top of obviously wasting my ammo in the beginning. You can cancel. Okay. What do you got to do? Like roll or something? I can't roll. Maybe let go of the left trigger. That was my mistake. See, I let go of right trigger and it shot the shot off still on that guy. Hi, kitty cat. Can I pet the cat?
cat.
Okay. This is now a specimen. They give bonuses. Okay, so here's the thing. My voice sounds feminine, and we collect cats, and we're all alone. Are they saying we're a crazy cat lady? Sure, Michael Ryback and his team have reported significant progress in their investigation of the rising number of missing persons cases. We must remain patient and avoid panic at all costs. Fear is our greatest enemy during this crisis. That's exactly it, Nissa. I'm just saying. In the midst of the chaos that has flooded our streets, it is all too easy for individuals to lose their way. Fortunate military stabilization efforts are helping us to maintain order and safety. The commissioner promises we will bring your loved ones home soon. Don't get me wrong, I love cats. And actually, my buddy's wife used to jokingly refer to me as the crazy cat lady. She even got me a little crazy cat lady action figure one time. Because I was a single dude that lived alone with a cat.
No essences detected.
Terminal found. Marking its location for later.
She even, one time she got one of those bumper stickers that was magnetic and put it in the back of my vehicle. It took me a week to figure it out. Special upgrades. Nice. This one right here is the store. Okay. Before I open that up. Okay, that's my stash. Inventory slots, okay. I'll trust you on that one. Okay, and now I think charge speed would be good, or do I save it for firepower? It kind of seems like it, honestly. Can I sell anything? No, I'm gonna save that. That's what I was thinking. Okay, cool. We're good. Save it again.
biological tissue. Orphan bodies are susceptible to rapid oxidation. My observations also suggest that incineration is a proficient way to remove organic accumulations, which I named biomass.
Okay.
The torch is the most efficient tool to ultimately destroy tissue before it has time to regenerate.
There's the torch.
Such is our calling.
So they're going to give me that pretty early then. Anything over here? Nope. Not that one. That's kind of what it seems. So is it kind of like you have to decide whether you're just going to like knock them down and before they get back up you run away, or decide if you're going to stay and fight and actually like incinerate them? It's almost like if they limit the ammo for that, it's like they're setting you up to actually eventually learn the hard way that you're just supposed to run. Okay. That makes sense. If you torch an enemy in the middle of it merging, it will stop. So then you want to wait for them to start to merge before you do anything then. It says left bumper while... I think this would be the biomass. I believe it. I believe it. Especially when you're trying to wait for them to merge and you got two other guys still up and coming at you, or even just one. Trying to remember who's what and where. You'd think that would... There it is. It's like a double tap there. Okay, that'll get me in the other door. Okay, that makes sense. Because then you actually had to, like, invest in trying to decide which way you were going to go. Oh, okay. Good to know. So I only really get one. That's going to be rough. They clearly want me to use it here. Can I go grab another one? Okay, that makes sense. Fabricating, interesting. Ogden, I know he's an intellectual, but sweeping that the platform is something anyone can do, even a goddamn Marxist economist. Hereby hire my fucking nephew before he chews a plaster off the walls. Yours truly, side, whatever that name is. Okay. You have those little bottles. So basically sell those bottles and then get some ammo and then go back and pick up the bottles that I can't pick up? No. Okay. Oh, okay. Oop, wrong spot. Inventory's right here. Wow, they do not tell you that at all. That is okay. Appreciate it. They do such a good job explaining that to you. Okay. I appreciate that because I would have been wasting so much of this. There's 2 of the 3 I need for more ammo. Did I leave one behind in the other room? I'm just gonna check real quick. By the torch station. I thought so. There's one in here. I thought it was right here, but there it is in the corner. Thank you. So that's my 3. This device.
Can the citizen confirm that her name is Veronica Kaminsky, born 1948?
Now, is this supposed to be like Poland?
What is this? Why am I here? Am I being arrested?
No, that's honestly what I was thinking. Let it sit at full, but then if I'm going to be wasting something, then to actually use it.
We have come into possession of a certain asset.
Is Bloober Team a Poland studio? They've got to be. You know, you can tell how much I do my research, but I felt like the Medium took place in Poland too. Which I know gets a lot of hate, but I actually really enjoyed the Medium. I like the story overall. You know, I get it. It wasn't necessarily spooky overall. I think it was the mystery of the story that kept me going, and I liked where they went with that. Actually, if I can get through this in time, I have Silent Hill 2 remake up for number 3 for the month. I did Silent Hill F, I got this one, and then Silent Hill 2 will be the next one. Actually, I'd probably still end up doing it anyways. I did not. See, I was a weirdo. I did a lot of Fatal Frame on PlayStation and like GameCube and stuff. My first Silent Hill was Silent Hill The Room. On OG Xbox, I believe it was. I actually enjoyed Silent Hill The Room, but and that's what I hear. And to be fair, if that was the only one you'd really experienced in the survival horror outside of what I played a little bit of Resident Evil, not a ton. So that was really my first experience with that style outside of Fatal Frame. And I knew it wasn't as good as Fatal Frame, but that makes sense. Fatal Frame's always freaky. Yeah, I don't remember if I need to go back and I don't know, maybe they'll get remakes because aren't they supposed to be doing Silent Hill 1 next after 2 did so well? I thought I had read that somewhere. Because I swear, unless somebody's got a mod out there, there are so many great games that are locked behind when you go to play them, you go, ugh. Dated game mechanics that are hard to stomach anymore. And there's a case to be said, some things like are forever timeless, you know, like Mario and stuff like that. But dear God, try to play like the OG Dino Crisis or whatever. Okay. See, that would make sense if they went back, did 1, and then they did 3. Because that seems to be the cash cow for them anymore. It doesn't take a... Seemingly doesn't seem to take a ton of resources, and they sell comparatively well. Yeah. The whole tank controls... That's why I was talking to MV today, and I told him, I said, I saw, what was it? They had a bunch of Splinter Cells onto Steam, and for a hot second, I almost bought them, but then I realized how they are in my head and how they're actually going to play without like any type of mod out there to make them look better. Just give me a Splinter Cell Chaos Theory or Pandora Tomorrow remake, and I would be so happy. I never played Code Veronica. It would, but there's a certain level of... I remember that was a peak. I remember it was the official Xbox magazine disc that I got, that I played the demo, and I was so in love with the demo that like I had to buy the game, and I played the crap out of it. I absolutely loved it. Yeah, that's true. That's hilarious, Nissa. I hope they get him on it. They get him to release the list. I don't think it's going to happen, though. You have to let me know what he says about Dan with being Battlefield Dodger. So, outside of playing a little bit of Resident Evil, you're going to really judge me, Butch, but my first true Resident Evil that I sat down and played was 5. And I played the crap out of that. I went through and I unlocked all the weapons, you had to do a bunch of challenges and grab collectibles so you could get like unlimited ammo. I went through and I did it all. And that was my first true sit down and play start to finish a Resident Evil. And I realize now why people gave me looks about that. And there's a part of me that was like, man, this game's kind of cool. Not really scary, but it's kind of cool. To be fair, I kind of treated it like it was Army of Two that came out around that time too, and I really enjoyed Army of Two, so I kind of treated it the same vein, where it's almost like a co-op. Okay, that's my dispenser. I believe it. And see, if I would have had the experiences with the other Resident Evils, I would have been just as upset by that. But I didn't, so I didn't realize what the travesty it was. Five? No. I haven't played 5 with my son. My oldest, he would be old enough to play it now, but there's no way I'd play it with the youngest. The only problem is I can't seem to get the oldest to play anything other than he's really big on extraction shooters, like, and VR. That's really all he wants to play. He finally quit playing Apex. But I was like, I'm like, here, come play this game. Try this game out. And he's like, nah, I'm just gonna go play DMZ. I'm gonna go play, what was the one? It's one in VR that he goes to Tabor or whatever it is. He's obsessed with that one. He doesn't like Tarkov that much. He played it for a little bit. He did the Arena Breakout Infinite. But DMZ is the one he's stuck on right now. Oddly enough. And it's really funny because like when he's at his dad's, he can play DMZ because it's free. But when he comes here, I actually have Modern Warfare 2. So he grinds out all his gun camos while he's here. And he hates it the entire time, but he still does it so he can flex on his friends when he goes back to his dad's. I know. I think it's the price point, maybe. Oh, that thing merged. That's great. This is probably what I want to do this. Yeah. I just kind of figured it was going to happen and I was worried. Okay. Then what was that? The fact that that sucker was so big. What's blinking over here? Oh, okay. That makes sense. Into the anomaly can be used to manipulate time oddities. Interesting.
Relic module found. An emitter. It can be used to manipulate the oddities.
All right, man. You have a good night, Butch. Thanks for stopping by, man. We'll have to play some Battlefield soon. We'll catch you later.
Blocking the path.
Interesting. Interesting. So this must have been me, maybe before. Where's my water bottle?
The predecessor, ND3500, reached. The anchor is intact. Well done.
I did. I watched it.
Accessing predecessor's travel log. Attempting data salvage. Target seeded.
I thought it was rather interesting. It did. I think.
Was on a search for a target called.
Excuse me. I
I
think that it definitely helped, but
calculating coordinates.
there's still some questions, and I think there's inevitably always going to be.
D3. The nearby housing project.
But it definitely did help quite a bit. But I think,
Where you left off.
what was it? I think it was Quentin Tarantino who had an interesting interview where he talked about
Location continues.
in certain things in the movies that he does, there are things he purposely never shows, things that you never know truly what it is, and he will never tell you what it really is because he wants you to have those moments where you talk about it with people and you debate over what it really is. So, and I wonder if that's why they, I mean, obviously there's a certain level of degree of what's supposed to have happened, but I think they leave it purposely vague for you to debate and try to draw your own interpretations, which is, I like that to a certain degree. And let's be honest, it's Silent Hill. I mean, if you go back and watch the movie, there's a lot to the conclusion that you don't get answered and still left with a great mystery. Which I remember it was at a time where it was one of those horror movies where they didn't win, which I kind of enjoyed. It goes back to like, was it The Descent with all those women who go down like cave diving or whatever? And that had one of my favorite endings of all time. Like back then, it was still to this day is one of those great endings that I absolutely adore. And not... I think that this is going to be one of those things that you could... Definitely a time oddity. So not at the... Gotta be an anchor point that I'm missing somewhere. What am I missing? Oh, there it is. I knew it. I said there was got to be an anchor point somewhere that I'm missing. But why? Okay, that's a fun mechanic. But yeah, it definitely went over a couple of stuff, especially like with Shu, that I didn't quite fully pick up on that I missed, which was very interesting. Analyze, there's a limit of 5 passengers per carriage. Always keep it a space of at least 2 empty seats between you. Use trams only as a last resort. Works in the new Dawn steel plant with season tickets are required to show their work certificate and ID. Oh, that's right. Okay. Get one of those. No. Oh, I don't have... Okay, well, that's fun. I forgot to go back and refill up my little propane thing. There we go. There it is. Can't go up those. End of 1949 marked a new dawn for Poland as the first municipal buildings were built for this envisioned city of the future. Here the nation's best and brightest came together to construct a shining symbol of the triumph of socialism. The heart of this vision was the construction of the largest industrial complex in the country, the New Dawn Steelworks, designed as a testament to human ambition and collective strength. Stoker soon became the pride of the entire Polish nation. The builders of this monumental project worked with unparalleled enthusiasm, forging a unique system of leadership that inspired all. These work leaders, driven by a sense of purpose and remarkable skill, became living examples of the ideal socialist man, dedicated, capable, and yielding in their commitment to the collective. Among these heroes, one name stands above the rest, Roman Baryka. His exceptional achievements secured his place in history. On June 21st, 1950, Baryka and his team achieved the extraordinary setting a record by laying and establishing 19,000 bricks in a single day. Modern homes rose from the earth, attracting courageous young men and women from every corner of Poland. These pioneers came not only to build, but to live in a community crafted with care, designed to meet every need of its citizens. New Dawn became more than a city. It was a bright beacon of hope where families could thrive and raise their children in the spirit of socialism. Okay. So I got to ask Nissa, did Joe ever say... Because he mentioned on Blue Sky, he was going to go on a rant about Dan being a Battlefield dodger. Did he ever go into those details? Was Dan refusing to play Battlefield with Joe? Is that what it is? Wait, how did Light call him out? I know was it Friday night last week? I played, it was Clutch, a hometown hero, Joe and I, and it was a good time. And then Joe and Kev jumped off for the night, and that's when Dan and Deja Vu jumped in. Oh, okay. Book swap suspended. That makes sense. Don't want to give each other a disease. Concept of the underground station is regarded as one of the most ambitious urbanistic projects, not only in the Soviet Union, but in the entire world. The best Polish and Russian engineers have worked up a sweat for over 30 years to finally present the most advanced transport system in a new era. This, one could say, endless web of interconnected tunnels lets the citizen of New Dawn transfer comfortably from one end of the city to another in less than 10 minutes. Thanks to a talented team of architects, the way to work is not a monotonous experience anymore, as the whole station is a genuine art gallery. Rich ornaments and jaw-dropping mosaics decorating the walls turn the everyday journey into a deep cultural experience. Especially noteworthy are, however, the works of Antoni Surma. His inspiring monumental sculptures are the best that social realism art has to offer. Not in the EA. They kind of do in the EA app. I've never really paid attention to them. If you play them on like Xbox, you get the achievements. And then Steam has their own achievements for the EA games. But I don't know. Trying to think, I don't really get a lot of games in the EA app itself. Ubisoft, they kind of do, because the Ubisoft ones like give you Ubisoft points like that you can use to redeem for like weapons or skins or resources in other games. So like you get X amount of like gold coins or whatever for an achievement or progress in like, let's say, Assassin's Creed. So then the next Assassin's Creed, when you start up, you can start right off the bat with resources or some new skins or a new weapon or whatever that you might not have gotten if you didn't have the Ubisoft account linked to it. But those you got whether you used the Ubisoft launcher or played it on Xbox, or I imagine PlayStation too. Follow the guidelines. Do not shake hands when greeting. Take care of your hygiene. When you don't feel well, do not leave your home. Limit contact with others. Do not attend or organize any meetings or gatherings. Keep your distance. I wonder, though, is he talking about actual achievements or is he talking like not sharing his stats in Battlefield? Because I know, I feel like he was having a rough go of it the other night. And he was trying to do solo, and I don't think he was having a good time. Because solo can be a bit rough when you don't have a team with you. You'll tell Christia to go to the Unity Hospital and ask them to give us some of their emergency resources. Beg them if you must. After all, can't let those people go completely blind. Don't believe them. If they say they don't have any, they must have some. Saw the big military trucks going in that direction yesterday. Must have been medical supplies, because what else? Maybe a miracle happened and the commies agreed to finally accept help from the Red Cross. I mean, I do, but I also don't necessarily care for the stats, and it also depends on the context that they were sharing their stats in. You know, I feel like Dan's pretty competitive, and if it's in the group chat that I think he's mentioning, I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a group chat going on the way they've mentioned it between Joe, Luke, Ains, and the Nerd Chat guys. And I think Logan, I'm not sure who else is on there. Maybe Eric. But that seems like a rather competitive bunch. So I could see with as much trash as Dan talks, like maybe not wanting to, after having it's still being early days and having some rough games, to kind of put that out there yet. Like I said, me personally, my KD is what it is. And I could be completely off base and not have a clue. I mean, hey, you play what you play. And I bet you there's probably quite a few people out there that wouldn't want to admit to that, but that's where they use games like those to bump up their gamer score. 'Cause I remember when I first got my Xbox back in the 360 back in late 2007. My uncle had a 360, and him and his buddies were always trying to one up each other in gamer score, and he used a lot of the cheap stuff. I think he was at like 25 or 26,000, and that was my initial foray into achievement score hunting, because I was trying to quickly catch up to him and eventually pass him. And then, of course, Destiny came along, and I never had time to play many other games because it was just constantly playing Destiny. Thank goodness I got that monkey off my back this year. Glad that worked. They take a lot of your time. And then you go, oh man, I don't have any time to play new games. And then you realize you might be able to get one done if you weren't playing those other ones. That's smart at Disney. They have so much IP that they can mine, and they can keep that sucker going forever. It's got to be a cash cow for them at this point. I know that you and Anubis are like hardcore into it. Gameloft, yeah, but I mean, it's Disney Dreamlight Valley, so it's like, it's Disney, you know what I mean? It's even better because they don't have to actually do any of the work, and they just still get to collect a check because they, I imagine, licensing agreements. And that makes sense. They had, I want to say Disney Speedstorm was pretty good for a little bit. So you find a partner that you know is going to make a quality product that they can make a bunch of money on, and just keep giving them the proverbial keys to the kingdom, if you will. Well, that's kind of weird. So I gotta say, I'm really loving the Ally for the open walled, like the different ecosystems aspect of it, because I had a very unique use case where it came in handy to where I have a lot of games on Steam. I have the biggest thing is to get those like cheap deals, like you pay $15 and you get like 25 games, and there's a chance of like one of the brand new AAAs or whatever. And I'm like, you know what, screw it, I'll get a couple of them. And next thing you know, I have a ridiculous amount of them. And I discovered there's a extension you can download and install, and essentially is in the background playing, or more like spending time in the games, because in Steam, at random points of time, as you are spending time in the game, you get these trading cards. And those trading cards, they're not worth a lot, but again, I got a lot of trash games. You can essentially sell them on a marketplace. And it's like, I've been kind of treating it like a backwards type of rewards. So it takes a while. So while that's running in the background, I can't play Steam games. And I was playing Silk Song, and my youngest, even though he cannot, I try so hard to try to teach him like somewhat Silk Song with just even simple platforming, but he just keeps tapping A really quick and wonders why he can't jump over. And I try to explain the whole mechanic of holding the joystick over while you jump and stuff. He loves the game and wants to play desperately, but just he struggles with it. And then he just switches to a bunch of like different Lego games that he likes. So he's using my Xbox account. My Steam account's being used. So I still had Star Wars Outlaws through Ubisoft. So thank God I had the Ally so I could pick between those three. Or else I would have been stuck there with like nothing. Oh yeah, and actually I was looking at Epic Games because I have so many freebies, even because the weekly ones they give away on every Thursday, and I was like, maybe I should just install an Epic game just in case I need to. I haven't been grabbing my GOG games as much lately. I really should still go back and grab those. I haven't, but I haven't installed that marketplace on there. In exchange for energy in the workstation. Okay. The one thing I will say too, I have been using Epic Games a little bit lately because they've been really big on like their exclusives, and there's been some fun games on there. Plus, obviously, Fortnite is. Epic does a really good job with their Epic rewards. That is one thing that I hate about Steam. They do not have any type of rewards, and they really should. There's quite a few that they give you, that's for sure. And because of that and the freebies that Epic gives you, I have so many that I have a copy on GOG, I'll have a copy on Epic, and I'll have a copy on Steam. And I'm like, well, that's great. And honestly, I'll have like a copy on Xbox from when I actually first time I bought it. Steam, I bought it again because, you know, just in case I couldn't get to that, because who never know what's going to be available on the Xbox or Xbox PC library. I feel like Return from Moria I got as an Epic freebie because they give a game or two every Thursday. Never played it though. They gave out, either they gave out or they're going to be giving out soon on Epic. It was, what was it called now? I have it on Steam. I bought it in early access, but it was a bunch of the people from BioWare went on and they made like a steampunk survival game. No. Hold on. It was steampunk survival game. None of those. By BioWare devs. Nightingale. That's what it is. Nightingale. I don't know if they've already done that or they're doing that soon, but Nightingale was from what little bit I played of it, was very interesting. But it's said before, I love survival games are a lot like fighting games in that I love them. I want to love them more, but I can never stick with them all that long. Well, let's go back to the workstation, exchange that one. Can I upgrade the shotgun? Ooh. That's a fighting game, like the Mortal Kombat games, Injustice games, I would love. They look awesome. The new, was it the new Invincible fighting game? Looks super awesome. I suck at fighting games. Eventually I get bored with them playing against the computer and I never get very far. That's why every time I see a new one come out, I'm like, oh, that looks so awesome. I want to get it. And I go, you're never going to play it. It took me a while to figure that out, but spend Christmas with your relatives. Use the quarantine to spend quality time with your loved ones. Strong family is the foundation of socialism. Nothing in that box. Nothing but a bunch of energy. Now, with you being really into Stardew Valley, did you ever, or not Stardew Valley, Dreamlight Valley, did you ever get into Stardew Valley? I was so worried with where I was going, I forgot where I actually currently was with that. Oh, you got bored. Okay. It takes a while in that one. I feel like the ramp up time was very, it took quite a bit. Same thing with Animal Crossing, which my favorite one that was crazy was it Infinite Wealth when they did the Dodonko Island, which is a whole like almost like Animal Crossing style cozy game within the game, little mini game that I think I sunk 20 or 30 hours into that side thing alone. Is there any more before they would leave me some food? I don't mind though. I just hope they didn't end up in quarantine either. I'd rather they didn't. Maybe they just forgot. Maybe that would. But it was also really helpful to do because if you got your island up to like max points or whatever, you got a really strong attack later on when you were playing through, which was the Dodonko beam or whatever that you would get with Ichiban. And then I also like it had like its own little like Pokemon collecting mini game where you found like homeless people and they all had different types with different attacks and different styles. Actually, they're more like your trash mobs or whatever, and you could collect them and fight them like it was Pokemon. Yakuza games are great. They are absolutely off the wall crazy that have a lot of heart with a tongue in cheek the entire time. They are truly, truly great. Especially with, personally, I came in with Like a Dragon with Ichiban. That's my guy. I like the turn-based style stuff. But I did recently go back into Yakuza 0 and went with like the Kasuga. Or no, it's not Kasuga. What's his name? Kiryu. And that was really fun. I still got to go back and finish the pirate one. Which way you going? Oh, back it up, back it up. I don't know, I'm familiar with Tiny Bookshop. Reload. See, I thought I was dead, and I stopped there for a second, and I couldn't. Thought I'd reloaded. I hadn't reloaded. Yelling at my guy to reload. Okay. It almost sounds like a mobile game. Do you have like I swear there's something. Those mechanics remind me of a game that I can't even remember. For the life of me now. Those bodies down. Ooh, where did this guy come from? Get out of there, get out of there. There it is.
Let our work continue.
That was a little rough. A little rough. Probably be a good story game. Okay. I found this really fun one. It looked really fun it was a shorter game to do during spooky season when we finish up with Detroit Become Human. It's called Killer Frequency. It was super cheap. It's only supposed to be like 5 hours, but it looked really cool. Way more puzzle oriented than spooky per se, but definitely seemed like it could be an interesting one. That's where I came from. It all looks the same. My way out is right over here, though. Yeah, Keeper does look like it'd be right up your alley.
D3. Proceeding to the dive point.
Kind of more of a environmental, relaxed, probably an interesting story. Some fun little puzzle mechanics to make it interesting. You gonna get up? I did not want to use that yet, but here we are. 2 out of 4. But it has always been Double Fine's MOs. They're good environmental storytelling. Oh, I stopped hitting the wrong button. You can tell I've been trained for years that Y makes you change weapons, and that's not the case this time around. That's what I'm using to heal. They want me to go that way, so let's go this way. When in doubt, always go the opposite way. Nope, 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 nope. That one got me. Ooh. Ooh. Brother, ooh. And I feel like maybe, at least from what I'm hearing from people, but that's just one person's opinion. South of Midnight might have had a little bit more going with it with its soundtrack, I guess, and original. Well, that's not true because Double Fine's very original as well. Military order service reminds, keep your eyes open. Anarchists are sabotaging our brave people's republic in this time of unrest. If you witness any of the following unlawful acts: vandalism against republic property, promotion of anti-republic slogans, playing aggressive music, general degeneration, report them directly to your nearest military order station. You'll be rewarded for any report leading to an arrest, and the perpetrator will be severely punished. I'm not gonna lie, for me it was personally, I still haven't finished. I need to go back and finish it. I have like gaming ADHD. Even if I like the game, I still bounce around a bunch and I'm like, ooh, shiny new thing. Let's go try and play this. So that's why, for the most part, I kind of enjoy streaming, and the fact that, number one, I get to talk to people and hang out while I'm doing it. Two, it kind of forces me to finish the game out, because otherwise I don't always do that. You know what I've really been enjoying? Games that played okay on it. Cloud streaming. Assassin's Creed Shadows was played okay on the X. A little bit of hitching and stuff. It was a little annoying. And you had to drop it down a bit. You put on a cloud stream and you couldn't tell it wasn't local. Because I'm pretty sure too, I have a Wi-Fi 6 antenna, like router, the 6E, and my PC has a antenna for that, and my Meta Quest does, that is almost never on anymore, and my Ally X. So it's a very, very robust channel for traffic, and it's almost nothing on it. So adding gigabyte internet service, and good night. That's a wrap. And honestly, it always played really great on my phone too. When I would like Bluetooth an Xbox controller, and I had one of those little clips that would like clip in the back of a regular Xbox controller and then hold your phone kind of next to it. It's just with the phone, even when you try to turn it on like silent and ignore like notifications, it would still get a quick hang up a little bit whenever you got like an email, which is with work emails, they're constantly coming in, or a Discord alert or what have you. And that got a little annoying at times. It was actually one of my big reasons why I was pushing into the idea, and kind of, I wasn't fully ready to pull the trigger until I saw the hot deal, but I had been looking at handhelds for a while. Oops. Wrong button. Oh man, shotgun takes a lot. Need one more of those gears. Like sheep to the slaughter. Yeah, and backbones are so expensive, but I mean, I will say, in a pinch, they work pretty dang well. The phone does. I have been noticing though, I spend a lot more time on my couch, hanging out up in the living room, gaming on nights that I'm not down here streaming or trying to play like Battlefield with people. Oop, I was way off on that one. And they really want you to use that ammo. The biggest one is well, because you need to play 15 minutes a day on PC. I've been doing a lot of my 15 minutes on PC. I've been doing Silk Song. So I'll play like on my 15-minute break. I'll usually play Silk Song. I might play it some more when I come home. And if it's not that, I'm playing Mega Bonk. Oh yeah, for sure. And that would be, see, if I had more downtime at work, I would definitely use it. I get 2 15-minute breaks and an hour lunch break. An hour lunch break, I usually come home, not gonna lie, because I stay up way too late. I usually come home, I scarf down a bunch of food as quick as I can, and then I just try to take a quick nap on my couch. I'm blessed enough to work 5 minutes away from my house. Blessed or cursed, I guess, depends on how you want to look at that. So I can actually come home on my lunch break. Is this citizens of the New Dawn District? Do not leave your home. Do not evacuate unless instructed. Quarantine is still in effect. Await further instructions. Stay calm. Stay safe. Stay strong. Yeah, that's, I can only imagine.
Target resided in flat number 48.
If I didn't have the X in your case, I'd do a lot of reading, doom scrolling, like Reddit, maybe some TikTok or something. Good chance to catch up on some podcasts, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, it would be, after a while, it'd get pretty boring. Oh, that's a new one. I had Streambo blocked, but not this one. Hold on here, Nissa. Get them out of here. There's got to be, I wonder if I do a bunch of backtracking because
I have located an elevator.
They have all these chains that I keep coming across, but I can't get to. Every building resident, they must be respected. And this in turn means that after 10 p.m. you are forbidden to use power tools or listen to music or whatever you call music. Yes, I mean you. Either you start respecting your neighbors or you will face my wrath. Your superintendent. All right, let's go off from this side and let's upgrade some stuff real quick before we go upstairs. I thought so too, but I don't think you can, and I'm afraid to waste the ammo on it. The fact that you can go up to him and hit A, and then it, like I try to select my weapon to be used or whatever. There's a core. Ooh, they're loading me up with ammo. There's a boss fight coming up. I bet you there's a boss fight coming up. The way this room is set up. Upgrade. We're gonna do firepower on this one. And none of that will work on there. I'm gonna put the core, I think, in this so it doesn't take up an inventory slot, and they usually have these. You know, we're just gonna try it real quick. You're right. Let's see if we can, That was for science. You can't shoot him. Interesting. Kind of like an environmental trap of some sort. All right, what's up in this next level? Well, that's fun. Well, that's gonna be a fun mechanic. They come crawling after you if you get in the middle of a fight and not paying attention. I come up behind you. Right now they're getting used to dealing with them, and then they're going to start throwing them into the combat scenarios. This is how they behave. This is what you do. Yeah, I'm curious to see what type of damage it does to the enemies. He seems to avoid him now, but I'm sure the old Edward is still in there. The shy, kind, happy Edward I used to know. We had a good talk about the old days. He even smiled for a moment until the thoughts overtook him again. I don't think he knows how insane he sounds. Maybe if I keep checking up on him, I can help him. Maybe I can stop him from hurting someone. Somebody who didn't do well in isolation, maybe? Sounds like to me. I can't pick that up. Slowed him. Definitely building up the energy now. Oh yeah, that's what we like. I got one more inventory slot. Was not wrong about me wanting to have more inventory space. Come on, one more. There we go. I hate when the music changes, because every time you think, okay, here it comes, here's something's about to happen, and then you get mentally prepared, and then nothing. Well, I mean, I'm out of space already. Ooh, that one got me. See, you were afraid that your dad would go out of business because of this whole epidemic. You said that people don't do renovations in the face of disasters, and yet everyone needs tools, if only to board up windows and doors. Call the wholesaler and order more nails, hammers, saws, bolt cutters, and such. Bolt cutters, which means it's going to take up an inventory space, but that's how I'm going to obviously get through. All right, how do I get into here then? Oh, the open door. That's how you get into here. All right, so I don't have room to put this. Could make that. Okay, cool. You can stack the mediums on top of each other. I was worried that you might not be able to. Search the hardware store. Should I have done that? Probably not, but that made room. So now I needed handgun ammo. This is really becoming a resource management sim. Oh, that's a creepy. Oops.
The funeral's tomorrow. After that, I don't know. Guess I'll take that scholarship David was talking
There we go.
Help someone. I've never been good at dealing with patients directly, and with anyone, for that matter.
So where's the
Saving lives from my little lab.
hardware store?
My true destiny. Nobody knows. I don't know if we'll see each other again. Probably not, but if
That's gonna be the elevator.
you're listening to this,
Is there a map?
so stupid.
Oh, you know what? I bet you they want you to backtrack. Because that's what that key's gonna take me to. Oop. Bad shots. And before I forget too, because I'm gonna be running into problems again. Let's just quickly sell off this valuable item for energy. So it's not taking up my inventory slot. Can I upgrade anything with it? I wonder... Only fits one more bullet in there. That's kind of crazy. All right, let's get these bolt cutters. I knew it. I'm way off that time. Guess if nothing else, I'm making inventory slots, right? Oop. The recoil on these things are kind of crazy. Nice. Good call there. What's going on tonight, good sir? Ooh, that's a good time. Not really, at least not for me most of the time, but I hear other people it's not so bad. My youngest is very particular about how he handles the temperature. Very particular with how the temperature is. What is... There's my bolt cutters. Right there. Whoa! Ah, dang it. I should have started with the shotgun. I should have started with the shotgun when I saw the size of that thing. Yeah, it was. Torch fuel, a little more handgun ammo. Probably should have done shotgun shells, but here we are. Oh, they gave it to me anyways. Dang it. There's no roll. Should have kept moving. Should have healed up. That was a rookie mistake there. Emails are always so beautiful. All right. I swear I've played this for about 2 hours now, so I should know what I'm doing. Yeah, thank you, Nissa. I was kind of wanting to get to the next, like, big natural, like, stopping point, I guess, and then call it a night. But thank you for keeping me aware. I appreciate it. It does, and there's no roll either. I do have, like, a little bit of a... This is my run. Ring around the road. Oh, no, no. Run around the mulberry bush. Bum, 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 bum. Don't know all of the words. Pop goes the weasel. All right. Now, how are we looking at our ammo? Let's make some shells. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's the original. Gee golly dush, don't you know? Alright, so now that I feel like I got that door, I felt like there was more padlock stuff this way real quick to grab the stuff before we move on. Getting all the doors now. Look at all that. Robbing the store blind. I'm gonna have ammo for days. They should have never given me bolt cutters. Nothing there. Nothing there. Now we just jump across. Was there anything I can grab over here before I go move on? Okay, I already grabbed it. That makes sense. The problem is a lot of them were much earlier. I had to do really go back and backtrack. So that's what makes me wonder, and honestly, some of it I don't think I can still get to. So that makes me wonder if at some point I go back to those doors. Because there's no real map per se to where I could have tagged them or something. Oh, here's one. Oh, another cat.
Hello, cat.
Another kitty cats.
Searches are calling.
Ooh, there's a traveler's key. Which I feel like there was a door in the last safe room for the traveler's key. Maybe. Let's go see, because I know this one was a bolt cutter. I thought, yes, right there, a traveler's key door. And there's another core. Just what we wanted. So, what I'm actually going to do... Can I go grab this core? Let's move this over for now. Pull the core back, and we're gonna do another inventory upgrade. And then can I do anything? I feel like I need charge speed on that one. All right, let's see if we can get up to the next door here. Get my torch fuel. Shell compromised. I've encountered an unprecedented orphan. It was in a state of suppressed recomposition. It may have something to do with the strong time oddity influence. I'm retreating to the hub. If I fail, I shall try to terminate functioning in a place that is easy to reach. Fire. It was vulnerable to fire. Such is our calling. I honestly think we were... It reminds me of like the movie Moon, or I think it was like Mickey 23 is the newer one. I have a feeling that we're like maybe clones. Keep sending out over and over again, and when the previous one dies and is terminated, the new one gets spun up. Okay, this is kind of creepy. Or not creepy, but kind of cool. Well, it's like, can I mess with that one? Nope, it's already messed with. But the way everything's like floating, almost in like zero gravity style. And the worms. Why the worms? Something has crawled into Edward's brain. It's the only explanation for his insane theories. At first I thought it was joking, but he really seems to believe them. I don't know if I should be scared or worried, but he's seriously starting to creep me out. I told him to stop, but it only seemed to make it worse. He hardly seems like Edward I knew. Maybe this place is getting to him too. I'm afraid he'll do something dangerous soon. All right. They're being very generous with the energy. It's not a ton, but the amount on each drop isn't a ton, but like there's just constant drops, which is kind of crazy. Another medium one. Yep, there it is. Oh, geez. I feel like I just wasted that. Keeps catching me, man. I know, right? What has he been up to? Did I get him? So I had to destroy that while they were caught on fire. By the way, what'd you have for dinner, Matt? Was it good? Well, you cooked it, so it's gotta be good, right? Come on. Need some healing. Do I go through the anomaly?
Commencing dive procedure. Initiating anchored frequency synchronization.
Stranger Things.
Temporal destination reached. Proceeding with the search for the target, Edward Vishnievsky.
Star Command. This is Buzz Lightyear. Stardate 681. The rumor has it the Soviets had made a disturbing discovery in recent months. The controversial project led by an individual named Mr. Ezekov, and the attempt to drill the deepest borehole in history has faced a fatal accident. When the drill reached just over 14 kilometers, it suddenly stopped and started to melt, leading to an explosion, killing most of the crew. Although the communist authorities tried to deny the occurrence of such disaster, the few surviving scientists are very vocal about it. They also mentioned hearing unbearable, tormented screams coming from the depth. Could they really have dug the well to hell? Ooh, that does sound really good.
It's all music tapes. Worthless.
Explained murder in one of New Dawn's blocks. After his wife reported her husband missing a few days earlier, the body of Yosef K. was found in the basement of his own apartment building. First, it was thought that he died of natural causes, but strange marks around the head of the deceased allow speculation of murder. The man's body was discovered by two children. Unfortunately, due to their young age, the police were unable to gather statements that would help the case. The two were entrusted to the care of a psychologist. Anything else in there? Bulletin revolt. More and more people disappear from the streets every day. They will try to tell you it's some mysterious disease, an unknown sickness, but we know the truth. We know what they did. Open your eyes. Under no circumstances should you go to the hospital or to those kill camps, or as they call it, temporary medical facilities. Do not take any injections nor medicine provided by the government. Do not let them fool you. Yeah, this is definitely influenced by COVID. I think it's progressing exactly as I predicted. I have to act fast. I'm putting the final touches and preparing for when this whole fucking warehouse goes up in flames. These fucking hypocrites will regret not joining me when there was still time. Their existence is worthless. Makes me sick. She is the only thing I care about. It is for her that I do all the backbreaking. When she joins me, she will appreciate. We will start anew. In 46, 47, 49, 54, 54, 65, 81. He would come to observe her. Yeah, sorry. I should have... I wasn't even paying attention. I was just reading it, and all of a sudden I said it, and I'm like, I guess in for a penny, in for a pound, right? Choose... World does deserve what is happening. What hideous, brainless clowns we are. All anyone thinks about is how to eat and make money. We don't deserve to live. I don't feel sorry for those who run away from the truth. Let them die. All of them. Humanity had its chance and lost it. We become shit, and then shit is to be fertilizer for new life, and that's fine. It is time to flush of history. Again, I met this drunken moron from the apartment above me. When I see him, my head immediately starts to hurt. He threatened me and thought I was afraid of him. I just wanted to throw up, that's all. One point I thought I was going to blow his head off. Smack. He said he knew what I was up to, but in the truth, he didn't know. They all don't know. None of them wanted to listen. Now it's too late. Their time has come. 307. I knew there had to be... 307. Well, that was to 703 maybe? Follow the eyes. Time is up. Truth. Is there anything out here? Is it 703 maybe? Huh. I really don't know on that one. Triple sixes, maybe? That seems too easy. Experience in the mountains. A group of hikers has been declared missing after an unsettling discovery in Tatra Mountains. Last Friday, a young couple from Kau stumbled upon an abandoned campsite near the Zimna Cave. They noticed devastated tents that had been cut from the inside. They also found some clothes scattered around the site and, what's most disturbing, traces of blood on the snow. After they notified the authorities, the site and the hiking trail were taken out of use. The search is underway. Anything written on the walls? No. $21. There's a lot of numbers everywhere. But why not the numbers I need? What's in this store? $811 maybe? Angela's birthday, because she's the only one that matters, right? Yep. I knew you would figure out the code. If you're reading this, I've probably disappeared under unexplainable circumstances. Don't look for me, but there is still hope for you. In these plans, I included all the information for survival. First of all, you need to go to the shelter. I've been preparing that place for some time. This is because I know what will happen. That tyrant with a broom doesn't even look there. It's the perfect place. Oh, bonus from work, Nissa? That's awesome. Nice. What is as much as you were hoping for?
Something's wrong.
That's right. I'm a code cracker. I'm looking for my face, though. Somebody's got to have the plan. She's missing.
I knew you were there. I can still hear your steps. Give her back. Give me back my little angel, Edward.
You called for Edvard. I am here to find him.
Finally. They've sent someone for this filthy freak. I'm sure he took her. Yes, that little...
That's the important thing. Being able to pay the bills.
daughter. Oh, do you know anything about my poor baby? About my poor angel?
Focus your attention. Why would Edvard take your daughter?
That no-good bastard. He used to harass us all with all kinds of gibberish. He talked about experiments, about the end, about death. God knows what he meant. Maybe he's holding her somewhere, doing God knows what to my girl. Lord have mercy. Will you help me? Will you bring her back to me?
I wonder, is Angela the girl he was talking about? The one who went missing?
Don't be. You will be reunited. Now step inside and lock the door. It is not safe.
I'm still trying to figure out like the vent almost on like the helmet.
Thank you. God bless you.
Like, what's the point of that?
Incidental contact has been made. The woman was blind. It's one of the symptoms. I have to remain cautious.
Nothing, nothing, nothing. Oh, I gotta tell you, Matt, today, when I was messing around with Silksong, I beat that last boss that I saw you beat, and then I went around and messed around and found like the Bone Tyrant and took him out too. And that's where I left off at. Last warning, the fact that the apartment is empty doesn't mean it can be used as a smuggling hole. A moonshine den is one thing, but a hidey hole for all this American hi-fi junk is not something I will tolerate. Get rid of it. You'll have time till Christmas. P.S. This looks expensive, so don't test me. Ho 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 ho. I'm just trying to keep pace with you, man.
Outpost. Paving the path has begun.
Oh, I already have that.
I established an outpost for future travelers. Its location is easy to discover, but by my reckoning, the dive took me to a moment shortly before the end of Phase 3 humanity. The area is about to become deserted. Perfect to continue paving the path.
Well, that was a guy.
I intend to create more structures in the area. They will become safe havens for the next ones. Such is our calling.
All right. So I think this is going to be my save point. And I think this is where I'm going to call it for the night. Nissa, thanks for hanging out. Nice. Real nice. You're getting good with that, man. That's real clutch. It is a slow game, but I actually really like it. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the vibe. I'm enjoying the atmosphere, and the story kind of has me hooked. I kind of want to know what's next. Maybe I'm just easy to please. I don't know. But yeah, Nissa, thanks for watching. Matt, appreciate you as always. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. Shooting Yeah, I know. I had just taken it off on the desktop stream. Anyways, yeah. You guys have a good night. I'll catch y'all later.